After highs, there often come lows. I wonder if Abraham began to feel fearful, having conquered those kings. Would there be retaliation? But there, on that night, God speaks to him. And the first thing he says is this: I am your shield. Don't be afraid. And then God tells him to look up at the night sky and to look at the stars that litter the darkness. And he says to him that you will have as many descendants as there are stars in the sky. Now this seems impossible. Abraham is an old man. He has no kids. And then God says to him, go and get me a heifer, a goat, a ram, a pigeon, and a dove. Quite a random shopping list. Abraham collects these animals, and without being told what to do, he kills them. And he separates their carcasses onto two different sides, making a bloody gauntlet between the carcasses. You see, Abraham knew what this was. A covenant was being made. Covenants were always made in blood. And this kind of a covenant was made when you conquered an enemy king. You would make him march down this bloody gauntlet, saying to him, you must now commit to me, otherwise this will happen to you and your family. This was a serious moment. But then here is what is fascinating. God has promised so much to Abraham. He's promised him as many descendants as there are stars in the sky. He's promised him his own land. And yet God doesn't make Abraham walk down this bloody gauntlet. God doesn't make Abraham prove his commitment to him. Instead, the next night, a furnace of fire appears. Now, fire often symbolises the very presence of God. And this fiery furnace travels the bloody gauntlet between the different pieces of carcass. In essence, God was saying to Abraham, I am committed to you. I am more committed to you than you ever can be to me. He was showing Abraham that his promises could be trusted. Do you realise that God is more committed to you than you ever can be to him? Do you realise that his promises can be trusted? And he proves his commitment not with a pile of bloody animal carcasses, not with a covenant made of animal blood, but with a covenant made with his own son, Jesus. This is how committed he is to you.